And once again, hello. Nice to see you. I already made that brilliant joke, right? Yeah. Sorry about the difficulties I'm having, apparently. Yeah, but contrary to what I said before, I intend to learn from my mistakes after all, so I will not be starting my speech recognition now. I'll just start the document. And then I'll start yeah, that worked. I'll start the other document, and then I'll just hope that without the speech recognition software, we'll be able to do this. Also, I might, maybe it would be a good idea to send you a link to this stream, because you don't have it yet. Wait, give me a second. This is it, and here you go, and here's the link, and starting the Discord. Almost there. With only half an hour of delay, we'll be able to start with our writing live stream. Again, well, no, it doesn't make sense to say it now since nobody is listening yet. Here's the new, improved, ultimate YouTube link. Now, you can watch me in all my glory without any sound issues at all. I'm quite convinced, because where would they come from now? Yeah, great. So, nice to see you again. What do you call it in English? In Germany, we say the joke is flat. If it's not funny, it's even one of our famous composite words, Flachwitz, flat joke. What do you say to that? If you wanted to use a non-ableist phrasing in English, let me know in the chat, or in the YouTube comments if they are open when you're watching. But if they are, that means you missed the live stream and are watching this as video on demand, which is nice too. I don't judge, but it will mean I'll only see your comment after this video is already done. But for now, I'll say it again. Sorry, my sound driver is a little bit broken. Apparently that's a Windows 11 thing, and an unfortunate coincidence with all that Dragon and Bluetooth stuff I'm using. But for now, I'll just forego the speech recognition stuff and have another wine gum instead. It's almost the same. So, what's an interactive writing stream? Let me give you a short introduction. There's a story. We are writing that story together. There's the link to the whole Word document. And there's also another link which will lead you to the Discord, where you can chat with the other participants and also with me, and tell me whatever you want to tell me or ask me. You can, for example, tell me your wishes about what you want to happen in the story, but you are also free to not do that whenever you have no idea and just want to sit back and relax. I'm just being told by the chat that's also one way you can use the interactivity of this live stream, that the sound is rather low. So I'm turning it up a bit. So how about that? All men play on 10 is what I've learned from Man of War. But that's a setting that's not available to me here. I can only go up to 0. That's the highest I can go. Yeah, well, shows you something about me, I guess. Is it better now? Let me know. That's why this is interactive. So, since we already lost almost half an hour of our live stream, let's go straight to it. Let me tell you a little bit about the story. it can be explained in very few words. Our story is about Munira, who was supposed to be deported from school by German police and was saved by a magical being who now is sitting in a cat cafe together with her, waiting for the other members of their group called the First Magi, who apparently all have some sort of supernatural power, which has not yet been completely explained by the story. And I already said in the last live stream, maybe, or the one before, I intend to leave a bit of a mystery about this. So this is not supposed to end up lit RPG, where we discuss how many experience points our different magi have and how they leveled their different skills. Although this is an interactive live stream, so maybe you can convince me. That's what it's for. Let me, to get back into the story, read you a bit of what we've written last time, just so we feel the mood again and remember what happened. And after that, let's just, as I said, dive straight into it to not lose any more time. So I'll just start typing. But if you want to start typing too, feel free. I'll check the chat and I'll see what I can do about your wishes and questions. So let's go ahead. Sorry, you asked who they are, and I thought that a complete description of their person and character might be a bit beyond the scope, so I attempted to condense it to a few fun facts that might give you the first idea and that you might remember later on. Okay, Munira replied, not completely convinced, but not feeling the need to argue. And who was the third person we are waiting for? There's a slight error. Do you not like to talk about them? Are they such a big mystery? Oh, but Jasper is already here, Sam replied. What do you mean, already here? Where? Is Jasper invisible? Sam laughed and pointed at Munira herself. Why, you've been petting her the whole time. Munira looked down at the cat in her lap and had to keep herself from jumping up in confused shock. That's one of you, she exclaimed. The cat looked up at her and gave a little purring sound that might have only sounded. I think seemed is better here, or appeared, seemed, let's say seemed, mildly condescending in Munira's own imagination. I think I started a bit late because I don't remember the other two people. I'm going to go a bit up. Here we go. Yeah, Elimu is one of us. That's right. She's lovely, of course. I'll turn the sound up a bit more. So now I'm at maximum now. Any changes? Munira, Elimu. Elimu is one of us, that's right. She's lovely, of course, as are we all. Sam winked at Munira. Sam is the one who saved Munira. She loves dabbling with all kinds of technology, collects coins and the songs of beetle wings, and has a very distinct predilection for fruit confections. Then there's Pakari, who I suspect wouldn't be all that fond of technology, except that he is great friends with Elimu, so he gets kind of tagged along. He loves tango music, big houses made from wood, and his favorite drink is mate. Wonder if they have that here. Sam noticed the look. Here we go. Munira gave them a smile and shrugged. So, and now we're at the part that I already read. So we're waiting for Elimu and Munira. So, here we go. Sorry, I guess. Munira murmured to the cat, who reacted by turning to the side, stretching out her legs, we have to say now, since we know it's Jasper and she uses she pronouns, stretching out her legs and pressing her head into Munira's belly, because she's sitting on her lap. I think that should work anatomically. 1 second, I'll leave the image, but not you. Switching something off. So, back now. Alright, so. And you don't know when they're going to show up. She asked a bit louder, addressing Sam again. Your wizards. No, that's a gender term. She shouldn't say that. Or maybe she should and be corrected by Sam. No, I don't think so. Let's just go with the word they use for themselves. You're calling yourselves magi and can't even coordinate a meeting like everyone else. Gekrimpel says, I think it's okay, it's in general a bit phony, like in a phone with a telephone receiver emoji, but it works. Let's try something. You can tell me if it gets better when I just disconnect this pesky Bluetooth device altogether. I'm curious about that, because I'm in a place where there's not a lot of sound surrounding me, so I don't think there will be a lot of problems with noise. So let's just remove this device. Yeah. How do I sound now? Is it better? Is it worse? What would you say? I can maybe I'll turn the volume down a bit. Maybe like this. How's that microphone? Let me know. You'll hear my typing louder now, I guess, because that's the kind of noise pollution I do have in this setup, because I'm using a rather loud keyboard. I personally enjoy that, but not everyone does. I know that because I've been told by someone on Bumble, funny enough. Or was it OkCupid? I don't remember. But yeah, they found the keyboard annoying. Anyway. Don't you have... What would Munira, what messaging service would Munira name? I'd say better, as in similar quality but more volume. Yeah, well, I'm not going to try different microphones, because I have a lot of microphones with me, actually, but we've already lost time to this era, so I'm not going to waste more. By the way, I can turn the volume up, that's not a problem. I can make it louder if you prefer. Alright, then I'll leave it like this. Let me know whenever you like a bit more volume. Here we go. That's interesting. YouTube is telling me that the bit rate, is that the same word in English? That the bit rate is too high. It's above the recommended one, because we're at 10,312 kbps and they recommend 4,500 kbps. Can I change that? I probably can, because I guess otherwise YouTube wouldn't tell me this, but I have no idea how I would go about it. It told me to open the widget, and I clicked on open the widget, but not a lot happened. It still says the stream status is very good, which is very good, I guess. But can I do it here? No. No. I'll try to find that out next time. But it's interesting. Maybe there's something we can and should do about it. Can I auto start automatically? 360 degree video. No, that's not it. Well, I have no idea. Gekrimbel says the keyboard is loud, but in a cute way, in my humble opinion. Like me. Is there some kind of cute? Do I have a cute emoji? No, I don't. Like maybe one of the animals. Give me an animal. Here, let's use this. No idea. Yeah. Maybe in the studio software, maybe there's something I can use for the bit rate. I'm not sure. Yeah, it also says kilobit per second, 10,000. Nope. Maybe here, stream. Here. 4,000 per. I found it. Not sure if it's a good idea, but I'll try. Okay. There it goes down. Let's see if YouTube likes that. Not sure. How do you like it? You can tell me if that new, improved, reduced bit rate is something you would like, you enjoy, or do you enjoy the higher bit rates like 10,000 kbps? I'm not sure. Just let me know. I'll fix that for you if I can. Not sure I can, because YouTube still has that thing up. But I think the bitrate is fixed now. Well, the studio software says something around 4,500 now. We'll see. All right, don't you have? Let's just go with Line. It's a messenger, and I don't want her to say WhatsApp. Nobody should say WhatsApp in any context whatsoever. Don't you have Line or something? Can't track each other supernaturally. We can. Now, Sam doesn't have to do all the conversation, but Torah. Maybe Torah, and then there wasn't there another one? No, I think, yeah, there are 5, they're waiting for 2, 3 are already there, now Torah. We can. Torah said. I'll also have to check if the food has already arrived, because I intend to do a bit about the food. We can, Torah said. It's just frowned upon to do it without an urgent need. Your impatience, Sam said with a smile that softened the I'm just gonna say it, criticism. And that's different in German, so I need to get that out of my head, which apparently is hard for me. That softened the criticism is not considered such a need by most of us, I'm afraid. I'm not impatient. And I intend to interrupt her at that point, whether with the food or the one of the other ones, I guess. Let's go with one of the other ones. But I also want to check if the food has already arrived. Let's see. There's the cat. Movies, Torah. Look for cake. How about that while she hurried? I don't think the food has already arrived. Nope. And let's check for tea too, because I'm having tea all the time. No, the food and the drinks haven't arrived yet. But still, let's have one of the other magi arrive. Which one? Or both together? I think we agreed on something about that. Can you help me? I think we agreed that they might have overslept or something. Yeah. I think we decided that they overslept. Is that right? Do you remember? I'm scrolling up the chat as we speak, as I speak mostly, of course. But it might take me a while. So if you remember, I can even look. I find now. Overslept. Here, yeah. Jump to that. Come on, now. That's a bit weird, because I can jump to that part in the chat, but it's not shown. I just see the search results. How can I leave there and then I'm still there? I can, kind of, I guess. Wow. It scrolls funny. Whoa. Discord seems a bit challenged by this. Yeah, but we said, yeah, they collect stuff, but we also said something about oversleeping, and I can't. It's a bit difficult to find because I can jump there and then I need to close the search and then it goes, yeah. That's not what I wanted. I'll try once again. That has to work. Come on. Overslept. And then I see, okay. It has to be in full screen, otherwise it doesn't work. Of course! That's really annoying. Right. The Sims, talking about, yeah, we talked about The Sims. Now I have a few questions for you. And I'm going to try and ask them in the chat. Things we might want to decide now. How do we describe Akari's and Ilimu's entrance? And did they oversleep because they played The Sims? Is The Sims multiplayer? Or would that have to have happened in another way? Let's bridge that time you need to consider whether you want to answer and what you want to answer by having a bit of the food arrive. Now, what did they order? Green tea. She interrupted herself when the server came back with a tablet. Do you say tablet in English to the thing you serve food on, or is that a different thing? Because we call it a tablet in German, and I realize a tablet is also like an iPad or something. Yeah. Let's have a look. Tablet. Serving tray. Yeah, right. I thought it wasn't a tablet. With a tray back holding the tray. So now let's look up what they ordered. There was tea. Sims is not multiplayer, but they are magi, so says Millicent. Yeah, that's right. We can do that. I have no problem with that. And thanks to Krimmel for the tray. Even if it was a bit late for me, but yeah, the delay is not your fault. It's a technical thing, and it's not even it's not an issue as in a problem, because that's just how it is. It's a, I wouldn't call it a feature, but it's not a bug either. So what did Torah order, and what did Munira order actually? Let's call here Caboose. I remember that. And creamy thing, Munira, would you like to go on looking for a while? Raspberries. I'm getting hungry. All right, here we go. Sam ordered hot water because they wanted to do the rest themselves. Coke for Munira, and now we just have to find out. We decided on waiter waitress apparently. Oh, let's see. Torah, what would you say? I mean, there's at least one English speaker here, a native speaker, so to say. Is server acceptable? I think I might have already asked, but I forgot, sorry. Or is server completely unacceptable and sounds wrong to you? Person serving at a restaurant, no, it's not what you would say, right? More like waiter, waitress, probably better. That might be because we did it earlier in the book. The movies, I think they're fun too. Yeah, but now Torah has to order something as well. What did Torah order? Torah, right. Pineapple juice. Pineapple juice. Holding a tray with a steaming cup and 2 glasses. I'll go with waiter, waitress, because that's what we did before. And also, you could have told me my image is interrupting the text. Now, it's not, because the text is being shoved around by the navigation tray at the side. Here's the tray again, in a different sense this time. So, with a steaming cup and 2 glasses. Talking about cups, I feel the need to say this. For one thing, of course, I'm drinking green tea here, and it's delicious, and so should you. But also, this is what's it called in English? Zodiac sign. A cup with a zodiac sign on it. Well, I got it as a gift, so I use it because I don't want to throw it away. But I do not approve of this. I do not endorse this. Just so you know. Steaming cup and 2 glasses. Munira noticed a strained, patient smile on Sam's face, but they didn't comment when the waiter waitress placed their drinks in front of them. But once the person was out of hearing, they murmured, they used one of those tiny cups, which might be great for espresso or cappuccino. Is that right? I'm one of those people who can't remember how it's spelled. Cappuccino with 2 C's, apparently. All right. Makes sense. Great for espresso or cappuccino. I should have just used the correction function in Word. Sorry, it didn't cross my mind. It might be great for espresso or cappuccino, but are completely unacceptable for tea. It's tragic how many wonderful tea experiences are ruined by those. Why didn't you say anything? Munira asked. I'm sure they could have given you a larger mug. Sam shrugged. I didn't want to bother them. I can help myself. And if other people don't mind, who am I to tell them how to have their tea? Yeah, Gekrimmel says, but cappuccino doesn't use the same tiny cups like espresso because it's like 4 times the size. That's right. Now, that might have been a mistake by me, but it wasn't, because I wanted to show Sam's disdain and disinterest in coffee. But you're right, they are different cups, and I realized. I was thinking about commenting on that, but then I thought, well, who cares? And now I know, you do. And it's kind of good of you, because I think, well, I'm not very much into it myself, disdain for coffee is wrong, because we need to respect people who like and enjoy their coffee just as much as we want to respect people who like tea. Both are valid, and both can be completely acceptable human beings, maybe in other ways. It's good to care, and I'm going to need a GIF for that, because, yeah, well, here we go. So you prefer to just sit here and feel superior without actually changing anything for anyone else. Now this, Grimmel says, this escalated quickly, and this of course calls for the intensive care bear. It's how we done it for millennia. Millennials, no! Tora said, give us a few minutes to readjust. Also, said, while Sam reached into one of apparently quite many inner pockets of their coat, which we might have mentioned. They didn't take off when they got in. I think we didn't mention that, but the coat was mentioned. Let's have a look. Coat. Here. The dark blue velvet coat. Put it on. So we might mention, because it's a bit, it can be a bit unusual, don't you think, to sit down in a cafe, although they're outside, so that makes it less unusual, but still, I think we might mention that they don't take off the coat. But then they're already sitting there. Sorry. But. Well, maybe it's not that important. Sorry. I'll put it into the notes file. Wait, here's the notes file, notes. We might mention Sam not taking off their coat in the cafe when sitting down. So, now back to the story. Tora said, while Sam reached into one of apparently quite many inner pockets of the coat, took out, what's a good word for that? A handful. I tend towards saying a handful of loose tea, but of course I don't mean actually a handful, like this much. It's not this much. I'm thinking more. But a pinch would be too little. A pinch would not be enough tea. Like I'm thinking about maybe 1 tablespoon, a bit more, maybe half a tablespoon. Teaspoon was what I'm talking about. Maybe half a tablespoon or something of tea. I'm using those tea measuring spoons. One of those maybe. Maybe like. Kabuza 1 cup, you know what I mean, like maybe 2 or 3 grams of kabuza like this. How would you describe that? Is that a handful? Maybe if I say a small handful, does that work? Some, yeah, I can also say took out some loose tea. But that's so unspecific, I don't really like it either. I think I prefer a small handful. Or I can say maybe, but I'm not sure if that's the way Munira thinks. I don't want to say like a teaspoon or something. I don't want to say that, I think. I'll just take a small handful. A bit. No, I'm using a small handful. And what do you... Sprinkling? I'm going to use a translator for this. Whoa, what was that? Scattering, spreading, sprinkle. I think I'm going to go with sprinkling it into the water. Yeah. The text is under your face again. You're right. Sorry. Here we go. So, take a small handful of tea and sprinkle it into the hot water in the cup. Munira watched the tea with distrustful curiosity because it seemed to her like there was a bit of glimmer of weird light in between the little leaves, but she couldn't be quite sure. I'm going to type thank you in the chat too. Thank you. So now we're getting close to when we can't put it off any longer. We need to have our last two. I think we even made a decision about how we'll deal with the time difference between while the others wait, but I forgot everything about that. So if you want me to keep to anything we decided earlier and I forget, always feel free to remind me, but I'll not disrupt the stream to look it up because it tends to get difficult and messy. As I just demonstrated, and it takes away from the time of the stream, and that's at least today rather short anyway, because I need to be gone at 11 because I have a breakfast date then with my mother, and you don't let your mother wait for you at the breakfast table. It's just rude. She couldn't be quite sure. Do you take milk or sugar? She asked. And Sam's face did something very funny, like they'd bitten into a lemon filled with sulfuric acid or something. I don't. The Magi replied. In a decidedly disdainful manner. Oh, and how do they do that? I think, yeah. Then they shove their hand into another coat pocket, rummaged around in there until their arm
was gone almost up to the elbow, and finally pulled out a tiny, do you call it a sand watch? No, a sand clock? A sand, what's this? A sand glass or an hourglass. But sand glass is the thing Lingwe tells me. Would you say that's right, a sand glass? Is that understandable? Pulled out a tiny sand glass and placed it on the table besides the cup. She also spared a glance at the sand glass. It was pretty. If minimalist, only the glass shape without any frame, and the sand in it, well, it can't glimmer or shine. Maybe let's go with, in it was a very deep black that seemed, oh, let's just go with that. They went on waiting for the last two attendees, no idea, to arrive. Sam, let's go with when the sand ran out. Sam made sort of a little pinching gesture over the cup. The tea leaves collected themselves into a bunch, a ball. Into what could tea leaves collect themselves to be taken out? What would you say? Do you have any thoughts on that? Maybe a lot, a group, a gathering, a team, a horde? No. A gang, a set, a mixture, a collection, and a clump. Clump would also be possible, but I think I would prefer, no, I wouldn't prefer a bunch. A ball. But that sounds so spherical. It's not completely spherical. Maybe clump is the best we can do. A cluster, but that's not the word we're looking for, or is it? No. I think a clump hovered out of the water, which was now colored a nice. Now I'll just look up how kabuzu-cha is described, because I don't want to do it wrong, and my color perception is absolutely not good, to say the least. Kabuzu-cha. Accept cookies. No, not this side. Maybe this one. Come on. Leuchtend grün is what the German website says, so that would be a shiny green or a bright green. Let's go with a nice bright green. Sam grab them out of the air, shove them back into the pocket, which was definitely there you go, a different one than they had taken the leaves from. They left the sandglass on the table, and even though the grains had by now all collected in the bottom of the shape and stopped moving, they were weirdly fascinating, and Munira continued watching them until and now, yeah, that's the part where we need to describe the last two magi. Since you've not given me any wishes for that, I'll just go with what I think. So what do I think? What will they be wearing? I'm thinking, I'm not sure how weird and how inappropriate that is. I'm thinking about some kind of like some, for one of them. I don't think they'll be wearing the same style, but for one of them, I'm thinking, maybe some kind of adventurer outfit. Like, well, maybe I'll just Google it. Adventurer outfit. Can I find anything? Maybe like that even. It wasn't what I was thinking about, but I kind of like it. Not that. That's too Lara Croft, but maybe this one. Not that either. Not that. Yeah, close, but a bit too. That's too normal. Yeah, that's Indiana Jones, of course. No. That's cute. Maybe something like that. Yeah. until the, well, how do I say this? Yeah. I'm done with the first decision now. So let's try this. Let's go with that. I'm gonna try describing the first of the new arrivals, and then we'll finish up with today's live stream because we have to. And you can think about this until our next live stream, or maybe just a few minutes because the Discord doesn't close. You can still type your ideas and thoughts into the Discord and get answers from me. You can tell me if you think my idea of a description is okay or not. I don't think we've yet fixed anything much about Akari and Elimu, so let's just go on until 2 new people walked in. Let's stay with that. We can improve upon the wording later if we feel like doing it. One of them was wearing a combination of stuff that Munira actually thought looked rather cool on them, if not very, if a bit almost medieval. They were dressed in dark brown boots. Well, what do we say? Wide trousers, like, can we, no. Wide mustard colored trousers. An off-white linen shirt with a tweed leather vest, and finally a long dark gray cape. They also wore, well, what kind of hat do they wear? We need a kind of hat that looks a bit like an old school, or like maybe a fantasy adventurer might wear. I'm thinking maybe even a bit of pirate flavor. Yeah, maybe not directly, not actually a what I call tricone, triangular hat. That's a bit too on the nose, maybe, or is it? Is it really? Feathers? Maybe they have some feathers. Tricorn. Or how about that? No, not quite. Maybe this. Well, we don't have to say exactly what kind of hat. I think we can leave that to the details. Can be some details can be left to the imagination, and it's not at all lazy of me to decide every time again whether I want more details than necessary or less. They also wore large felt hat with about 5 different feathers tucked in one very large, one rather long and frilly. Is frilly the word I'm looking for? Do you think it is? Frilly? No, not quite. Plüschig, flauschig? Fluffy. Maybe fluffy is a word I can use. And fluffy, the others less. Fleshy, but still taken together, it all looked rather flamboyant. So, that's it for today. We're done. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your attention and for your kind patience with my annoying technical difficulties in the beginning. I'll post a doodle for our next appointment soon, and as I already mentioned, I invite you to comment on anything I wrote, but especially the choice of dress for one of our new arrivals. Also, I invite you to like and subscribe and push the bell button on YouTube and comment and do whatever you feel like doing to give this a bit more attention. But you don't have to. It's all voluntary. Thank you again. I liked this very much and I hope so did you. Feel free to give me any feedback you want publicly in the Discord, in the public Discord, or you can also send me private messages if you'd like to speak to me personally and not have everyone see and comment. Thank you, I enjoyed this. Have a nice day and a nice weekend.